Hello, thank you for joining us today. During this presentation, myself, Willie Bogue, Max Langenkamp, and Juliana Nazare are going to be talking about the MIT Science Policy Initiative's Executive Visit Day. But before we tell you what is ExVD, we think it's really important to start with why is ExVD. So some of the biggest decisions that we see right now require deep technical knowledge in the federal government. And we've seen this play out in sometimes very high profile failures, like the botched rollout of the healthcare.gov website as part of the Affordable Care Act. And moments like this underscore the need for deep technical experts as part of the decision making. But unfortunately, many students don't understand how important their roles are as experts. And even when they do know this, they often don't know how to get involved or where to get started. So what is ExVD? ExVD is a great opportunity for students and postdocs to learn about career pathways in science policy. About 30 of us travel down to DC to talk to civil servants about the federal government, some of their jobs there, and what just the agencies themselves work on. And it's also a great opportunity for networking.
And so, as Willie mentioned, ExVD is composed of 30 MIT students and postdocs, but in addition to those students and postdocs, there are about 10 to 15 civil servants from different federal agencies, and sometimes some speakers from think tanks also. And as some further background, ExVD is part of the MIT. It's an event that is held on behalf of the MIT Science Policy Initiative, and we also work closely with the MIT Washington, D.C. office, which helps us coordinate the logistics for events like ExVD. And in terms of the timeline, ExVD takes about 3 months to run. We'll begin in August by submitting requests for accommodation from MIT, and then in early September, we'll start to finalize the applications that get sent out to students, and of course, we have to advertise before we send out the applications. Late September, we'll start to screen the participants and select, usually it's around, up to 30 people who can come to ExVD. And in early October, we'll start to finalize the schedule with the agencies. And in late October, the event itself happens, which is about 3 days. It's usually quite packed. And after that, we have a debrief in November, and we send a final report to the MIT DC office. And as I described, there's a number of logistical items that are required. Besides the advertising and the application itself, we have to, we use the MIT DC office to try and to schedule the meetings with the different agencies. And we also have to book hotels and reimburse travel. And perhaps the two things I didn't mention, or the one thing I didn't mention before, was that we also have dinners with the alumni that are in DC. And of course, there's a final report, and that is usually made up of the student notes that were taken during the ExVD meetings. And so I thought it'd also be useful to talk about two things that I think make ExVD especially successful. So the first is that it gives a chance for students to engage with alumni that have knowledge about the careers that they're interested in, and it gives them a chance to actually have people they can reach out to if they do go to DC. And the second is that it gives them a really good sense of the range of government jobs that are possible. I mean, we see everything ranging from the Environmental Protection Agency to the Federal Trade Commission, to the National Science Foundation. And it's just a great opportunity for students to better see inside the government.
And so we just want to end with some of the student experience from ExVD. And so these are quotes from the last in-person trip that we ran in 2019. This trip was so much more educational and eye-opening than I ever expected it to be. Another student said, I found this visit to be extremely informative and helpful. It showed me a career path I hadn't really considered before. And so we'd love to see more ExVDs pop up at other institutions and other universities. And if you're interested in running a similar program or have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at sbiexec@mit.edu or on Twitter.